What is up, fellow Pyro Fanatics? It's Pimp Daddy 28 here, and today I'm going to show you guys the preview for my 2021 canister shell comparison demo. So this year we're going to be lighting off 25 different canister shells, which is like a new high for my channel. And I do want to mention real quick, none of that would be possible. The fact that I'm letting off this many shells without several fellow Buckeye Pyros, Ohio Pyros, that were nice enough to donate a few shells to this comparison demo. And real quick, I do want to mention them before I get to showing you guys the shells. First off, Pyro Baker. A lot of you guys know him from his YouTube channel. He was nice enough to send my way a sleeve of about 4 different types of canister shells, so I do want to give a big shout out to him. Also, Pyro Mike 97, he was also nice enough to donate me some shells in the middle there that he got from Phantom, so we're going to include those in the comparison. I do want to give a big shout out to him for sending those shells my way. And also Daniel's Pyro Universe. He was also very, very nice enough to give me that box of growler shells by World Class. I was planning on getting a box from American this year. They had finally come into American Fireworks this year, but he was nice enough to just, send me a box my way, or send a box my way, and he didn't have to do that, but, big shout out to him, and also the other 2 Ohio Pyros that I mentioned. And they're a big reason why we're doing this many shells this year for the comparison demo. So, without further ado, let's get to these shells. But first, before I get to the shells, I do want to mention that 2 familiar shells are going to be back for this year's comparison, and big reason why is they're the co-champions of the 2020 canister shell comparison demo. That would be Radioactive by Fisherman and the 5-inch NISHIKI Super Cans by Heavyweight. With the Radioactive, anything really by this brand, Fisherman Fireworks, I highly suggest you guys get it. It's an awesome brand, produces awesome product. You'll never be disappointed with the Fisherman brand. If you ever see it in your neck of the woods, get it. Not just these shells. If they have other shells or cakes and whatnot, they produce some awesome products. So I definitely recommend Fisherman to you guys. Also, the Heavyweight Fireworks 5-inch NISHIKI Super Cans. They definitely beat out the NISHIKI Blast by Raccoon last year. And American, they did a great job, because this is American Fireworks' own brand, the Heavyweight Fireworks. They did a great job of producing their own brand of the, or version of the NISHIKI canister shells. And as you can see, there is no NISHIKI Blast for this year, as they were dethroned by this 5-inch NISHIKI Super Can by Heavyweight. Alright, so we got those 2 returning for this year's comparison, since they're the champs. And coming in this year, going up against those 2 canister shell kits, we got the 5-inch canister shells by Raccoon Fireworks. I think I had a couple of these shells in my comparison last year. I picked up this box up from Pyro Dudes this year. Last year, Chuck from Pyro Dudes was nice enough to toss me like a sleeve of these shells my way, and I just included them in the comparison last year. And they were pretty good shells from what I remember. So this year, I decided to bring them back again, and we'll see how they fare this year as well. Alright, next we got the Mother of All Fireworks canister shells by Raccoon Fireworks. These are, I think, they're regular 4-inch canister shells, but from the videos that I've seen, they performed pretty well. And obviously a lot of shells by Raccoon perform pretty well, so it's not very difficult to make the choice of whether or not to purchase these shells. And you guys already know, I really love that damn Raccoon. Alright, next, courtesy of, as I mentioned before, Daniel's Pyro Universe. He was nice enough to give me this box of canister shells. The Growler canister shells by World Class. 5-inch 60-gram canister shells. Been waiting for 2 years, ever since these shells came out back in 2019, and they finally made their way up to Ohio here this year, courtesy of American Fireworks. But once again, as I mentioned before, Daniel's Pyro Universe, a fellow YouTuber, Ohio YouTuber, was nice enough to send me these shells as a kind gesture, and I really do appreciate it. Alright, and as we always have every year, the Excalibur canister shells are back for this year's comparison. It wouldn't be a comparison demo without the Excals, as you all know, and I gotta have them every year, no matter what. So it'll be definitely interesting to see how these go up against the Growlers. And these shells that was coming up on here, we got the Excalibur Platinums, 5-inch 60-gram canister shells. So I'm definitely expecting these to outperform the Excals, but it'll be interesting to see how these go up against the growlers. You know, I hear the growlers are a little bit better than these, but you know, it's a new year, so we'll see how they perform. All right, next we got Pack and Heat by Brothers Pyrotechnics. Now this isn't your typical single break canister shell. This is actually a 6-inch double break canister shell. It's a new thing that I've seen for this year. So it'll be interesting to see how these double break cans go up against like these other single break cans. I don't expect them to hit as hard, obviously, but once again, it'll definitely be interesting to see how they perform in comparison to these other single break canister shells here. All right, we got a shell kit from the Elvis Presley signature product line. It's called It's Now or Never, and it's by Brothers Pyrotechnics. You get 24 different neon canister shells, so it's got a nice neon effect with these shells, and obviously it's got the Elvis, you know, artwork on it, and that pretty much sells itself. All right, next we got the 5-inch max load ultimate ghost canister shells, GHOSTACULAR, by Raccoon Fireworks. I saw a video of these and I was very impressed, and obviously it's no surprise Raccoon produces a lot of great product, and not only that, their holographic design on their boxes are just awesome, including this one over here. So definitely can't wait to see how these perform up close and in person. Alright, over here we got the 6-inch Ringmaster shells. These are by Taco Pyrotechnics. Picked these up from Pyro Dudes. They had several of these Taco brand canister shells and was impressed by every single one of them, let me tell you. And I mean, the name says it all. Ringmaster 6-inch artillery shell, and the big thing about these is that they have like this ring effect break to them. You got the brocade effect here, got the crackling ring effect, you got the color ring effect. There was another one, I think, by Winda. I think it was called Donut Shells. Those were out of stock at Pyro Dudes, but I was just happy to get some type of ring effect canister shells because they looked amazing from the videos that I've seen of them. So, and I'm also interested to see what's the big deal about Taco, because I hear good things about that brand. All right, next we got these Double Dragon 6-inch canister shells by Winda. I can't remember what these look like on the video, but you know, I'm pretty sure, considering they're 6-inch cans, they probably were very impressive. I'll do like single demos on each of these canister shells for you guys, so you could see them, you know, by themselves. I'll be demoing more shells from each of these shell kits. All right, here's one of the sleeves of the canister shells that Pyro Baker was nice enough to donate my way. These are the Happy Ending shells. These are 5-inch shells by Hardcore Pyro. Definitely can't wait to see how these look like up close and in person, because Hardcore Pyro looks like they made quite a few awesome shells this year, and this was one of them from the videos that I've seen. Alright, so over here we got another sleeve of canister shells that Pyro Baker was nice enough to send my way. These are called Bling Bang shells. These are by Hardcore Pyro, I believe. If you notice, each of them has the gold brocade crown effect to these. So these, I'll be demoing 2 of these. So it'll be definitely interesting to see how these perform. And more than likely, I'm going to be doing with all the other shell kits, it'll be like either a brocade or a chrysanthemum or a palm effect, and then I'll also do a color effect to go along with it. So it'll be kind of similar to how I did it last year. All right, and over here we got some shells that were donated to me, courtesy of Pyro Mike 97. He gave me these Wolfpack high performance canister shells by Phantom brand. Definitely will be including these in the comparison. And these are the 5-inch Barely Legal shells by Fireworks Over America. I believe that's the brand, because got the FOA product line label over here, so I'm pretty sure it's Fireworks Over America. And over here we got the Black Cat Diablo shells. I know quite a few of you have been screaming for me to demo the Diablos for several years now, so it'll be very interesting to see how these perform compared to these other shells over here. Alright, over here we got a box of the 5-inch Echo in the Ear canister shells by Winda. These were originally, I think, 4-inch shells back in the day, and I think they came out with the 5-inch version a few years back. And over here we got another shell kit that was given to me by Pyro, courtesy of Pyro Baker. These are called Supernova 5-inch canister shells by Raccoon Fireworks. Definitely can't wait to see how those perform as well. And on the floor over here, we got these 5-inch Big Daddy canister shells by Pyro Diablo. I think this is a new brand for this year, so definitely can't wait to see how these perform. And over here, we got this huge 6-inch King Dragon canister shell kit by Raccoon Fireworks. I think I picked this up from American this year, and I picked these up from Pyro Dudes. And also, Pyro Baker was nice enough to send me a sleeve my way, I think a couple months back. But I saw these at Pyro Dudes, and you know, from all the good things I hear about these shells, I definitely had to get a box of these. I couldn't just live with a sleeve. Just a sleeve of those things. All right. Next, we got the 6-inch Mammoth shells by Taco Pyrotechnics. This one definitely caught my eye when I saw videos of it on the Pyro Dudes website, and you know, looks like Taco is a very good brand. I mean, I have to see them up close and in person, but from what I've seen so far from the product demos, awesome. I already mentioned before that we got the radioactive canister shells by Fisherman. Those are coming back for this year. And also the 5-inch NISHIKI Super Cans by Heavyweight. Those will also be back for this year. The two co-champions from the 2020 demo. All right, and over here we got the 5-inch Neon Beef canister shells by Winda. It's a nice neon canister shell kit. All right, over here we got a shell kit that's kind of new, and I was kind of wavering about whether or not to include it in the demo, but you know, for the last few years, a lot of my viewers have been screaming at me, "Pimp Daddy, where's the death shells? Pimp Daddy, we want the death shells." Well, be careful what you wish for, because now you effing have it. Rewraps of the death shells, Ultimate Power, and I'm definitely can't wait to see how these perform up close and in person. You suckers wanted the death shells, well, you're gonna get it. 2021, you're gonna get the death shells. All right, and last but not least, I've demoed these shells before, I think either last year or the year before. These are called Neon Skies by Raccoon Fireworks. I believe these are just regular 4-inch canister shells. I don't think they're 5-inch shells. But again, neon effect, and it's by Raccoon. Can't go wrong with that. All right, I do have a couple of more shell kits. I was kind of wavering about whether or not I wanted to include them in this demo. I'll show them to you guys real quick over here. Now, I'm not going to say anything specific about these shells. All I'll say is that these are not your typical regular canister shells. They come wrapped like this, and they don't come with a tube. And they're kind of blockbusters. I'll just come out and say it. They're blockbuster shells. If you guys want me to toss this in as a bonus at the end of the demo, I will, but I kind of don't consider this, in the ballpark of these shells, because these shells, are all color effects and whatnot. And this is pretty much just blockbusters. 5-inch blockbusters anyways. And also, got a box of these shells here by Hardcore Pyro called Warrior Canister Shells. This is a bit of a half and half canister shell kit. So I was kind of wavering about whether or not to include these in my comparison this year. Again, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to vote whether or not I should include them or not. The reason why I'm hesitating about including these, because like I said, they're half and half, so I don't know what I'm going to get when I'm picking two shells out of this shell kit. If you guys want me to include those other shells and these shells, or just one of them, or another, whatever you guys want, just leave a comment down below, and I'll tally up the votes, and I'll consider whether or not I'm going to include them in the comparison. Otherwise, it's strictly going to be just these 25 shells over here that I already showed you guys. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this preview, and I definitely can't wait to hit the ground running and start demoing these shells. It's the 28th of June today. Won't be able to demo these shells tonight, but tomorrow I'm hoping I'm going to see if I can get all of it done tomorrow, because I want to get this posted on my channel ASAP, because I know you guys want to see how these shells perform, so you guys get to pick out which ones you want to shop for. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this preview. Stay tuned for the demo, and I will see you guys next time.